So I'm out here in the woods again with my friend Nick, and we're just doing a mushroom hunt like I usually do out here, and not as robust and abundant as they were in that last video that I made. Oh, we got another one down here. Yeah, we have been finding them along the way though. Some over here. Can't really see that. Anytime I do find one that stands out, I'll try to get a clip of it. But my friend Nick has these. Oh, that does look cool. That does look cool.
One up top as well.
Yeah, me and Nick have been friends for a while, and he's interested in the same types of things I am. Spirituality, Buddhism, psychedelics a bit, and he got into that kind of stuff kind of around the same time I did. And if you want to like share what got you into that stuff, I feel that would be a good introduction to Nick.
I think that would be, yeah, no, definitely. I guess like what sparked my interest was just like, I'm not sure, I guess at the point I was in life, I was looking for some sort of deeper meaning, I guess, and through exploration of who I was and introspection and a curiosity and psychedelics and cannabis, it sort of awakened, over time it awakened something within me that I couldn't really deny, I guess, anymore. And that's really what has interested me in spirituality a lot.
Is it something that you didn't find through Christianity and then soon to come atheism?
Yes, definitely. It was to me, those were just ideologies, I guess, that they weren't satisfying, I guess. They didn't really go anywhere, I suppose.
Just felt like labels.
Yes. And that's just that. But to me, I feel like spirituality is just something that makes sense to me. I don't know. It's something that's just more intuitive rather than something you conceptualize about.
If you were to define spirituality like you would anything else, how would you describe it?
I guess it depends on if you mean like a personal, like...
From what, when you as a person hear the word spirituality, because I don't know, but you may use it in your own time, in your own head. I'm a spiritual person. What do you mean by that? What do you mean when you say that?
I guess like you can definitely have it as a label, but if it's genuine, I guess like it's something that I sort of mean as somebody who has the a connection to something greater than themselves, I guess. I don't really know. I mean, it depends. Like, are you asking like are you asking like what's my personal definition for what I do? Because spirituality can mean really a wide range.
Yes, when you hear the word spirituality, or when you say to yourself, I am a spiritual person, what is it about you that you would define as spiritual? And what is it that you do that you define as spiritual, or the way the world is that you define as spiritual, you know what I mean?
I guess if I was to conceptualize what I personally see spirituality as is, it is the constant contentment and acceptance of the moment and of where you are and of reality itself, and it takes you to this this realm of bliss, I guess. and it's something where you don't think in terms of past or future, and that's sort of the definition that I always give. But it's something that is very much more based off of experience, I think, for sure, rather than words. But that's what I would. That's my summarization of it.
I've found that you hear the labels of spirituality and what it all means, but kind of like you said, it presence in the moment in your experience depending on the types of research you've done with spirituality, that word in general, or different dialects or religions or ideologies or beliefs, like Nick said, through the experience you find what is meant by spirituality. And I mean, that's my opinion, that it's not in the books, it's not in the words.
I think the nature of it is personal, honestly. In a sense, I think that's really what separates, you know, something like spirituality from religion or ideology, is the personalness to it. And that's why I think there is such a wide range in definitions for it, just because you're taking something conceptually, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Understanding spirituality doesn't come from reading about spirituality, but rather, you know,
doing,
living life, being present in life, you know. You don't need to, you know, and I'm speaking out of myself, you don't need to read the books or listen to the people or, you know, climb to the tallest mountain and sit in lotus position and follow, you know. It's not like that. The experience you are having as a being right now is, I mean, could we agree what we both define as spiritual? The experience you were given, if you want to call it that way, of here you are, bang, this is happening. You know, it's all just available, and you've created all these thought forms and
these like self-fulfilling restrictions on you.
Yes, I'm so glad you said restriction and not like fulfillment, because damn right it's a restriction, homie. You know, we'll go this way.
No, definitely, and that's, I guess, the liberating aspect of letting it go. You know,
what I've recently been working with is that, you know, just the blatancy of the experience that you're having right now. That
it's unavoidable, but
yes,
yet we ignore it in a lot of the time.
Looking at what this experience is made of reveals to you that words are not suitable in description of it. Do you know what I mean when I say that? That, you know, like, you can sit and talk. You can
never use words to actually communicate what it's like to have that experience.
Like this conversation right now probably just seems like jibber jabber about, you know, shit you've heard about a million times, but there's something underlying it that is almost unconveyable. You need to be experiencing it. You need to be, you know, with it to even make those words understandable in the first place. Because even, you know, two people like me and Nick, I don't know about you, man, but I get tired of the words that are used to describe the experience and describe what's going on, and
it's limited in your communication of it, I think.
Yeah, I've just, like I said, I've recently been working with the immediate experience that you're having, the experience of right now is what's spiritual. And you can think and think and think, but I mean, that itself is beautiful too. Go ahead, think, freely think and think and think, overthink. Think you're overthinking, you know, overdo it. Think you're overwhelmed and can't handle it, or, you know, it's all just what's happening, and what's happening is spiritual. You know, is, I guess, how I'd say it.
No, I would definitely agree to that.
So,
well, go ahead.
I was gonna change the topic. Have you been looking for mushrooms at all this?
No, I've seen a couple, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
I know, I haven't even been looking, bro.
I haven't really been focusing on it.
No, I've just been trancing out into this conversation.
Yeah, definitely, dude.
They definitely aren't around as much as they were in that last video, like I said. But now that I think about it, actually, I haven't even been paying attention to where we're going. But that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, we'll find it.
We'll find our way. The way is here. The way is here, Nick. So you're interested in mycology as well, yeah?
Definitely. No, my college is doing it. There's actually some mushrooms right here. Some of the saprophytic mushrooms decomposing that.
That's pretty cool. Did you hear what he said? He said this is a saprophytic type of mushroom decomposing this tree. Mm-hmm. And there's two main types of mushroom categories, I guess. Mycorrhizal and saprophytic, I think it is. Or it's either... I think that's it. And the saprophytes, like Nick said, they decompose and break down dying things. They
like wood.
Basically, yeah, steal from it. They steal from what's left of it. And a mycorrhizal symbiotically lives off of and with and to, you know, in relation with a living organism.
They give advantage to one another.
Mm-hmm. They help each other. Like, mycorrhizae that's attached itself to the roots of another living plant. It will grow its mycelium like mushrooms do, and it will literally act as like extensions of that plant's roots. The mycorrhizae is literally like extra roots, and it's its own thing going on. So no wonder it would help it out. It's creating its own roots, basically. But yeah, this is the kid that I actually got interested in mycology with, and it was out in these woods right here, actually, just as something to do when he'd come over, go walk around through the woods, you know, maybe smoke a little cannabis.
Philosophize.
Yeah, philosophize, kind of like this video. And look around at mushrooms, because at the time we were really intrigued with psychedelics, and with psychedelic mushrooms being a very popular psychedelic, it was something that would obviously catch our attention walking around the woods. But, you know, after we became interested in it, I quickly realized that, you know, forget the psychedelic aspect. These things are fucking weird. These things are fucking...
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
They're
like
a very unique organism.
Yes. And I probably couldn't list off to you the exact reasons, but I've heard before that a mushroom more resembles an animal rather than a plant.
I've heard that as well.
Yeah, the flesh of it, the way it grows,
it's DNA.
It breathes oxygen. You know, plants really? Breathe in carbon dioxide.
There's one right there, bro.
Hey, yeah, there's a nice one. A little view of this one right here. Oh, I like when they got that curly Q shape to them.
Dude. Looks like a hamburger bun, bro.
I think it does, bro. That does look like a friggin' bread. Literally just looks like bread growing out in the woods. No, I think that type of mushroom is a... we've been making a joke about it. Anything that's a polypore is a bolete. But I swear by it. I really do think all these mushrooms I'm finding are boletes.
Another one right here.
Yeah, like there's another one right here. It looks
white.
Weird as shit.
Dude, it looks like a...
Dude, it's like two mushrooms growing together. Am I getting this on camera?
Looks like the mycelium is like binding to itself on the other mushroom.
It is, bro. Look at this.
That's fucked.
What the fuck?
We just found
Homie, what?
Yeah, dude.
Am I getting that? Can't really do it with this back camera view, but it's like conjoined together. That's very weird looking.
That is so cool. That's a good find.
We've probably walked by tons of them. Yeah.
No, I actually saw several, but I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah.
But there was a few.
Little patch right here. Those are like baby reishis. Little do we know. That is a shelf mushroom though.
No shit, that's cool.
I'm getting that one.
Kind of looks like chicken of the woods.
Really?
Not. Just because it's orange.
It is a polypore, you know. Tons of pores. So, another little, who is my friend Nick? Cannabis. You really like cannabis. You love cannabis.
Yeah, definitely. Cannabis is something that's been a very impactful part of my life, for sure.
Tell me about when you first started and how it's how the experience you derive from being high on cannabis has changed.
How it's changed from when I first began.
Your perspective on it rather than
the progression of events.
Yes.
I think definitely. Well, my perspective on it is when I first started. using cannabis, it would affect me very strongly. And over time, I guess, like, you know, with continued use, you know, we were actually talking about it the other night. It was a sort of, not like a physiological tolerance, but a mental tolerance, and more of a just being used to the experience. And I guess that's how I would reflect on it over time, just in the, I guess you could honestly say the potency of it, of the experience.
Could you say that, like...
But not necessarily the meaningfulness of it, I don't think.
Could you say that, like, the experience didn't really change, but rather your reaction and interpretation
your
of it?
Perception rather than the experience itself. But, yeah, no, definitely.
How does it relate to spirituality, in your opinion? Or help, if it relates to it?
So, cannabis, to me anyway, this is going back to when I really first started using cannabis, is I guess just where I was at the time and that sort of thing when I started using it. It engendered these very powerful feelings of creativity and connectedness and empathy, and there was a sort of beauty that you could see in the world, and a sort of it was a bliss of
unfolding creativity. That is definitely cannabis.
A dissociative creativeness.
There they are, my friend.
Whoa.
There they are.
God.
And if you watched my Northwood fungi hunt video till the very end, you saw that I found some huge mushrooms at the very end of the video, and here they are, growing.
Oh my god, dude! Holy fuck!
These are some
Those
huge,
look like hamburger buns, bro.
Huge mushrooms.
Looks like an ass.
This is like, like this is a little one. It looks like an ass. It does too. Oh my god. But yeah, like look how big that mushroom is. I'm gonna leave it. There's friggin' bugs all over it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's like king mushroom out here.
Damn, dude.
I don't know what these are.
I was gonna ask what that was.
I think this is a, I forget what they're called, but they're like that, some type of vegetable that my grandfather grew in his garden one year. They got huge. But what were we talking about? Cannabis.
We're talking about cannabis and spirituality.
Yes, and how you correlate the two. How cannabis unveils
this sort of intricacy
beauty
and complexity, but also beauty to the world. And at the time, I was beginning to reflect on this, and it really showed me, not just through talking about it, but direct experience, that this is something that you can access whenever you want. Because I think the pitfall is believing that that you can only achieve that state, not just in cannabis, but in any one thing. But it's not that, but the realization that this is accessible to you at any time. You just need to choose to do it.
What you understand, minus the sensation of cannabis, is always present. You know what I mean? Like, the same goes with psychedelics, in my opinion. In my experiences with psychedelics, obviously I'm not hallucinating right now and feeling what it feels like to be tripping, but what I've learned, collected, contemplated, and broken down on psychedelics, on a psychedelic experience, has stuck with me. I remember it. I remember how it felt and what it meant to me, and I guess I could say that's what you're trying to describe with cannabis.
It is very much in that. It's something that I guess really changed how I see things. It really, over time, it definitely impacted me a lot, I think.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
So we're reaching the end of the woods now. We're gonna head back to my house where we got an AC, chill out, maybe smoke a bit of cannabis, and keep talking like this. This really wasn't a scripted video.
Nope.
We just, I don't know, this is like the kind of conversations we have when we hang out, and I've wanted to make a video including my friend Nick before, but he hasn't been around recently, and when he was, we never thought of or got to recording a video. So I'm glad we finally got it done, bro.
Definitely.
In the future, he's gonna have a YouTube channel where he posts videos, and if we do have a collaboration, then I will guide you guys to his channel so you can listen to what he has to talk about. Basically the same kind of stuff my channel is about in a different tone or flavor, I guess. So thank you guys for watching. This is my friend Nick.
See you guys.
I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back with more.